One more thing we're going to leave you with is some footage of a UFO that we saw. Now, the feel goods, we're keeping it straight, right?
Yep.
We've never seen anything like this. So I pulled my phone out and we got some shots, didn't we, Jasper? And it was like, what the... And then I remembered I had a time-lapse going up on the roof. So we saw it come across in the time-lapse, albeit fairly quick. But I've got... It went so slow and just kept getting larger and larger. This blue orb.
Yeah.
Nothing is untrue, nothing don't matter, it's all notions of our emotions, of everything we are, and what we belong to, how we reach our destination.
We are at the Erldunda Roadhouse. It is a Shell service station. The diesel price is $2.56.9. Bargain, isn't it? We're still 200 kilometres out from Alice Springs, so we are going to stop here, grab a bite to eat. Normally we're preparing our own, wraps are our go-to, or tuna rice, cucumber, something pretty easy. But we're going to grab and go. We're going to actually go in, probably end up getting some hash browns or some greasy chips or something like that.
Lovely.
But or they might have some rolls, so we'll check that out. We'll take you inside with us so we can see what that is. But this is a surprise. I remember last time this was one of the most expensive fuel stops that we had ever been to back there 2 years ago. So, all jokes aside, it's still a lot to pay for fuel, isn't it? But it's, in the scheme of things, when you look at the price back there at Curtin Springs, it's pretty good. All right, let's grab Jasper. You're not allowed to move your vehicle until you have paid. Some stations, remote like this also, won't even let you fill up before you pay, so not too bad. We'll go inside, get some food, hit the road, Jack. Ooh, lots of food, Jasper.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, not bad. What would you like?
Don't know.
What do you feel like, mate? Did you say hello? Hello. Look at these two. Hello. How's this? Arrived in Alice Springs. I got demoted to the golf buggy. That's all right. I'm with Trish and this little pup. What's this one's name?
Molly?
G'day, Molly. All right. I'm getting chauffeured.
Yes.
This is new for me, I have to say, Trish. The designated driver everywhere at the moment.
Oh, yes.
Actually, for the last year, I've been the designated driver. I've been alcohol free. That all changed on this trip, I have to say.
Okay.
But I'm getting a lift to have a look around the park because Trish has taken us to our site. Going to show me exactly where it is so that I can hopefully back in without bumping anything.
No.
This is a nice spot. What's that?
Up there.
There, yeah.
That's called Panyapulti.
Panyapulti.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is your site
This
here.
is us here. Awesome. That's great.
Yeah. So whether we come down here and you duck in there and back up, or we just come around from behind here, you drive there and
Yep, that'll be easy.
that way?
Yeah, too easy.
Okie dokie.
Love it.
Right.
Thank you. And you were full and you fit us in.
Yes.
We really appreciate that.
That's okay. And
Temple Bar, is that right?
Yep. Yep.
Beautiful. Literally 10 kilometres out of town, if that.
Yep.
Safe, beautiful, tucked in against this mountain ridge here. I love it.
No, it's nice up there. And I'll just take this this way. That's our manager's block there.
Okay.
So just down the road.
Yep, too easy. All right. Hey, what are you doing? You didn't drive off without me. Thankfully, all right. We're good. Let's go find our spot, eh?
Feels like being back in Tassie.
So cold. It's pretty down here when you look how dry this riverbed is. Look at that.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Jasper Rooney. What did you think this morning, temperature-wise? Like as far as the whole trip so far?
Freezing.
There you go, yeah.
You
Look,
got the Nike.
I think it was only 4 degrees, but
It had to be colder than 4 degrees.
talk about trying to, you know, hitch
I have my
up
gloves on.
in this sort of cold. Your hands get frozen, don't they? But anyway, we are all good. We're excited because we are back on the road,
On the road,
and
yeah.
on our way to Karlu Karlu.
Yes, aka Devil's Marbles.
Very
It's,
special place.
It's still a fair whack up the road. Yeah, it's, what is it telling us?
400
It's like 400 and something
4
kilometres.
hours, 7 minutes.
417k.
Okay, that's not too bad. And we're leaving nice and early, which is really great. All right, let's talk to you about Alice Springs, the Alice. We actually love coming to Alice Springs. Now, let's just get the elephant in the room. Youth crime, is it a problem? Yes, it is. Okay, and in fact, youth crime is a major problem
In lots
across
of
Australia.
places.
Yeah. You know, go down the east coast of Australia and see how that's going. It is a problem everywhere. And so our thoughts on this are nothing good happens after midnight. And, you know, keep your wits about you.
Yeah, and common sense.
Absolutely. But we certainly, where we're staying out here, have felt incredibly safe, had a really great night's sleep.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of talk on, you know, all of the different apps and forums and groups about, you know, the safety, and it can be a bit alarmist as well. So it's easy to sort of fall into that. But I think
definitely.
You know, if you're looking beyond that, you can definitely come to Alice and have an amazing time.
They've reintroduced some, I guess, is it like the prohibition or the controlled alcohol system? I talk to the locals and they say it is a band-aid that doesn't work. We need a dry community. And look, you know, these opinions are from people that are grounded and in the thick of it. The alcohol available at the moment in, say, Alice Springs in the centre is like this: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, completely dry, closed. I think Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the hours range between 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. So this tiny little window. And so then you can question that. You can go, well, does it actually do anything? I mean, but look, they've tried it before and it does have some impact, but it seems that it really is a band-aid. They need a better system here. Anyways, getting on with it. The 2 times that we have seen stuff stolen in broad daylight was here in Alice Springs. The last time we stayed here at Discovery Parks, and we were pulling in and some people had their wallets and phones stolen out of their caravan. It was 1 p.m. and they were hanging clothes on the line. So we would say this: no matter where you go, lock your van, whether you're going to the bathroom, to the car, you know, and heading out for a couple of minutes, just lock your van. And then you don't have that problem. The other time was on the Gold Coast. And there were 3 people in the caravan park that had everything from Webbers to bikes, even gas cylinders stolen. So, you know, it is one of those things that lock it or lose it. It's an unfortunate tale. That is the way it is. So, you know that. Come prepared.
This time around, though, I mean, being just that little bit further out of town here at Temple Bar, and, I mean, incredible views, like the range is right there. It was just stunning to watch at the different times of day and the sun and how it would reflect colours and the wildlife. But as far as being quiet, like no noise out here and feeling completely safe in a little community, it was awesome. All
right, let's now give a wrap to the greater region, which is the Macdonnell Ranges. There is the east and the west. Both are spectacular. Both have their incredible highlights and must not miss attractions. On the east side is Nagala.
Yes, Peter and Sue, if you're watching this, we caught up with you, where were we? Kings Canyon. And we'd had a massive travel day and I just couldn't remember. My brain was so foggy. Nagala Gorge is what I was trying to talk to you about, and the incredible petroglyphs that are out there. So worth going and seeing.
Incredible. Here's some footage from that. And then bring us back over to the West Macs, as they're known.
And probably a little bit more famous, the West Macs. They seem to be the side that everybody says, oh, you've got to go and explore.
One of the highlights that we got to do last time is Standley Chasm. How do you pronounce it?
I can't remember. We looked this up last time and I can't remember.
I think they're both
correct.
Right. And this is run by the local Aboriginal group in that region. You can actually camp there, and you can camp back out near Nagala Gorge as well. I should mention that. This was fantastic and quite an easy, picturesque walk through the gorge to this incredible,
stunning
chasm. So here's some footage from that.
there's so much more in the West and East Macs that we need to explore as well. So I think doing a stint, because you can camp and there are campgrounds, you know, all the way along. And of course, then there's the hikes that you can do out there.
Larapinta, I think, is a very famous one. And there's incredible gorges with swimming holes. And it looks absolutely stunning.
Lots more for us to do out there.
Back into the Alice, we're all in Alice. There is a major post office there. We said there's, you know, almost 500 parcel lockers. I think we counted 400 plus. So there really is. We're not exaggerating. There's full shopping centre, Coles, Woolies. There's a Harvey Norman's. There's multiple car washes to even get your van washed. We gave the 79 a very good wash.
Yeah, on that, you just need to time it. I mean, really, really busy. You can imagine the vans coming down from the north and up from the south.
We queued up
of them.
to get the van done and then pulled the pin because it was getting later and later. So anyway, we gave it a bit of a squirt down. It does look a bit better.
A little bit. I figure it's just going to get even filthier in a minute.
It is. All right, it is time for us to hit the road, Jack.
Yes.
Karlu
Karlu.
Yes, Conservation Reserve. Love it. You good, Jasper?
Woo, yeah.
Do you want some tunes?
Yes. I was actually thinking if we could play Country Road.
Absolutely. It's one of my favourite songs.
Awesome. Giveaway time.
I reckon, and it's a good one too. Not one, but 3 copies of The Explorer Way. These books are literally as rare as hen's teeth.
They really are, actually. Now, we picked up a copy of this 2 years ago when we first did The Explorer's Way from Adelaide to Darwin, and it was so popular then, and we gave that copy away. So we thought, well, let's do it again. We could only find 3. Now, we stopped at every single roadhouse possible while we were out there in the Red Centre. So this is it. If you want one of these bad boys, you've got to enter this competition. Okay,
and it's very easy to enter. All you have to do is be subscribed to our YouTube channel.
Yes.
It's hard to believe, but 67% of people who watch our show aren't subscribed.
What are you doing?
Look, I tell you what, we get told that it's a bit of a pain in the from Google to actually subscribe, but it's not that hard. It's quite easy. As long as you set up a Gmail account, then you hit subscribe. You'll be in the running to win one of these awesome books.
Yeah, awesome. And everybody who is subscribed, obviously, is already in the draw. And if you're having problems subscribing, drop us a message on Facebook or Instagram. We'll help you do it. These guides are so fantastic. If you are planning to do this Red Centre road trip or heading from Adelaide to Darwin or vice versa, you will want one of these because they're just jam-packed full of so much great information. What I love about it is the amount of history that's in here, all the incredible events that have taken place out in this particular part of Australia over time. There's campgrounds, there's tips, there's all of the tourist information, the experiences to be done, you name it.
It is known as the greatest road trail in Australia, all right, and as Katie said, jam-packed. It's in fact over 160 pages of goodness.
Yes.
And at the back of the book, there's even 6 free postcards that you can send to your loved ones while you're out here.
Yeah, exactly. Skype and say, don't you wish you were out here with us?
All right, it is that simple. All you have to do is subscribe. You have to be in it to win it. I think it's time to get on with the rest of the adventure.
Awesome, let's do it.
All right, Explorer's Way. Okie dokie, $2.09 for diesel here in the Alice Springs BP. Seems decent, doesn't it? Compared to what we've paid. And I've got about a half a tank of fuel still on board, so this shouldn't be too bad. and then we'll be on the road. From here, it is pretty smack on 400 kilometres journey, so we will find a cup of tea along the way, but because we've left so early, we're hoping to actually have lunch at Devil's, which would be really great. So we might get the Weber out, cook something up, see what we got.
Sounds good.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Boom. The Tropic of Capricorn. Have you got a Tropic of Capricorn, Dan?
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Oh, they're cute. Crab. Used to do crabby all the time.
Oh, moonwalk.
Like, just quietly, how much warmer is it here?
Oh,
Than in Alice Springs?
the Tropic of Capricorn.
And we're only 1 hour in.
But seriously, it is.
We love the Tropic of Capricorn. In fact, one of our favourite drive journeys is the Tropic of Capricorn, starting out at the Southern Great Barrier Reef with the Keppel Islands. You come then through Rocky, you got the Capricorn Caves.
Yep.
You keep going out then through Emerald, Sapphire, Carnarvon Gorge,
Amazing.
Longreach, Winton, Boulia, Alice Springs. Keep going over Coral Bay.
Where else around the world? Chile, Argentina, so many places we've got to go. Madagascar, Brazil.
South Africa.
Yes.
Did we say that?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, Tropic of Capricorn. Quick cup of tea. Let's go. Where's your dance moves?
Look at you in your jammies. Join us for the ultimate off-road caravan and four-wheel drive tour with our good mate Tony from Australian 4x4 Treks.
Now, this is more than just a tag along across the Gulf with experiences, interactive workshops that make this a complete holiday package and the adventure of a lifetime.
We're joining Tony as guest to film this epic road trip adventure for an upcoming TV series, and we would love to share this experience with you.
Now, it's limited to only 8 vans. It is 14 days, all-inclusive adventure with lifelong memories to be made.
Tony is a fully accredited Savannah guide and a qualified four-wheel drive instructor, so we know we'll all be in the best hands on this tour.
Okay, if you are ready and up for the challenge, great company and a whole lot of fun, pack your van, pack your sense of adventure and get ready for the ultimate off-road tour.
To check out the full itinerary and to secure your space, visit 4x4treks.com.au.
We look forward to seeing you up there in Katherine in the Northern Territory to get this adventure started. How are you, Jasper? Yeah.
Good morning. It is. It's not too bad. It's a lot warmer than when we were in Alice Springs yesterday morning.
It's crazy. You go 400 kilometres north and the change in the mornings, from 4 degrees. I think this morning's about 12, but
it's a Tropic and Capricorn, doll.
Well, yeah, it's even higher now, and we're blowing an absolute gale.
The wind is crazy this morning.
We know that generally if it's really blowing, then you just pull over and you sit it out. But this is going to be 3 days of wind in this region, so
it's not ideal.
We've got to kind of press on. No, it's right. I think we'll stick around that 80-kilometre mark. I'll see how it feels when we get out there, but generally speaking, from experience, drive to the conditions. We will definitely slow down, and people will go round if they need to, because it's just not worth it. It's not worth rushing or feeling like you have to,
It's a tailwind and not a crosswind, though. I can't quite tell what direction it's blowing.
Well, we go from here up to Tennant Creek, which is pretty well 105 kilometres up the road, and then we chuck a sharp right.
Chuck a right?
To Barclay Homestead. It's a pretty good drive day, actually. I think it's around about 315 kilometres.
Yeah, I think so.
So not too bad.
And it's early.
And it's early because we wanted to get there before lunch, instead of saying, we'll get there by lunch and then by 2:30 we're there and we're all getting a bit hangry.
Yeah.
You don't ever get hangry, do you? He does. He takes after his mother.
Hungry. Hey.
Now, listen, let's quickly talk about here. Spectacular no wind last night. It didn't pick up till 4 a.m. actually. And to walk around at sunset around these incredible marbles, devil's marbles, it's just spectacular. I forgot how amazing this place is.
It really is, and they've done such a great job with the campground as well, and we thought that when we came here for the first time a couple of years ago as well.
Yeah.
There's somewhere between 20 and 30 sites that you can book. Now, you have to book online. Last time we came, we popped our money in a little envelope in the donation box.
That's right.
You have to book online now. In fact, as of April 2023, the Northern Territory have introduced a National Parks Pass, which is fantastic. So you need to have one of those as well, and you can get just a day pass or a 2-week pass or an annual pass. So you need to have that, and then you need to book your campground online as well through the National Parks website. It's good because there's always this feeling of we've got to rush to get there so that we don't miss out on a site, whereas now you can book one, you've got it secured. It was mostly full here last night. They've also got an overflow area as well.
That's fantastic, because that is what was needed, because last time we were here watching over that couple of days, by 1:30, 2 o'clock, if you haven't got in, you're out.
Yeah, and then you're looking for somewhere else to stay.
Out here is pretty difficult to do, so fantastic setup now.
Yeah. They've got toilets here as well, a couple of fire pits.
Zero service, so the Starlink was awesome for us to get some work done. We sat out, we met a young lady from the UK named Claire. Now,
what an inspiration.
Yeah, she's from Cambridge actually, and she is travelling around the world on a bike. So Australia is her 8th country. She's started in Tassie and ridden the entirety of the east coast and then cut across up to Darwin and is now heading down to basically Adelaide and then across to Perth.
Amazing.
Remarkable.
She's amazing.
And lovely. And we had the best time. We saw her ride in and the first thing she said was, it's a pretty big campsite just for a bike, isn't it? And I thought, wow, you're spirited,
You're awesome.
And I said, well, how far have you driven? She said, only 100 kilometres today. I normally about 150. And I thought, wow. And I said, what are you doing for dinner? She said, powdered packet potato. And I said, can we give you the real ones? And maybe some salmon on the barbie. And so she came over and joined us for a barbecue. And we listened to her story. We were enthralled by it and inspired and amazed by... We said to her, you're so brave. And she said, I don't really look at it like that. She said, people are just kind, that's all I'm really thinking, and stay positive. And it's been incredible. It's our 8th country, and she's done some pretty out there experiences in other countries, so amazing
She's
woman.
only a young'un too, she's only 26 and she's out there doing it and living her best life.
And inspiring younger women as well. That was really something that came through when she was talking. That's really her ambition. We can see her being a keynote speaker.
She's got
and she's like, oh, right.
mega things ahead of her. I am certain
Oh,
of it.
absolutely. We will get her on our podcast.
Yes, and if you want to follow her travels as well, she was quite modest and humble about it. She doesn't do a lot on socials, but she does have an Instagram account which is Exploring by Bicycle. So check her out. I mean, some people would say crazy. Other people, like, I just
there's a
think,
mix. There's got to be a mix of that in there, I think. But she's remarkable.
Yep.
And she's doing it for herself.
Yep.
Which is awesome.
And she's loving it.
Yeah.
She just is loving it.
I don't know if she'll be loving it this morning.
No,
she's heading to
I know.
Alice, which is going to be 2 degrees over the next few days.
Up against this wind.
Yeah. Anyway, so we
hugged it out this morning with her and she said, can you hold my bike for a second? And I nearly toppled over with how heavy her bike was.
It's awesome.
How much does your bike weigh?
Too much. I know, just even holding it, I'm like, holy.
It's a lot.
Amazing.
Yep.
Life's amazing. People are amazing.
Yep.
And you've got to meet these people and travel to remind yourself that life is an absolute blessing and people are amazing.
Yep, that is so true. Travel does that, doesn't it?
Yeah. Which we better get going because we're holding up the traffic. G'day. All right, let's do it.
You ready?
He's in the zone this morning. One more thing we're going to leave you with is some footage of a UFO that we saw. Now, the feel goods, we're keeping it straight, right?
Yep.
We've never seen anything like this. So I pulled my phone out and we got some shots, didn't we, Jasper? And it was like, what the... And then I remembered I had a time-lapse going up on the roof. So we saw it come across in the time-lapse, albeit fairly quick, but I've got... It went so slow and just kept getting larger and larger, this blue orb.
Yep.
And then I Googled it, and there's this thing that in the Northern Territory, these blue orbs that...
Well, we're just up the road from the UFO capital of Australia, which is known as Wycliffe. Well, we kid you not, we didn't stop there this time on the way to Devils, but we did pull in a couple of years ago, so you should overlay a couple of pieces of footage.
And I've always
from
thought
that.
this place is, doesn't quite get there as far as the visual experience. It's kind of a little bit try-hard.
Remember that?
No disrespect. But one thing I do remember and I loved is that the toilet block said Malian and Femalian.
I love it. Yeah.
Anyway, we saw our first UFO. We genuinely, hand on heart, saw our first UFO, didn't we? And we're all still here. I don't think anyone's impregnated. So it's good.
I got this picture in my closet. It's gathering dust right now, and the edges have been folded once or twice. It doesn't look the same no more, 'cause the sun has made it pale. I used to have it hanging on my wall some time ago. A picture of you. You're standing by that window, playing your guitar. And if I close my eyes, I
Jasper,
can
look at that colour
almost
there.
hear your song.
Wow.
A picture of you. A picture of you.
Thanks for watching. Please do like, subscribe and share our channel. And if you'd like more information on full-time RV travel and living, visit our website, thefeelgoodfamily.com. There you'll find loads of free resources, our weekly podcast, caravan cooking recipes, our monthly Go RV magazine articles and much more. We look forward to seeing you next week. Take care of yourself and your family and happy trails. Where are you, Katie? Are you running?
My daily exercise.
Okay, we better pay our fees.
Mum and Dad are $4 and I'm free.
How come you're free?
Because I just am.
That doesn't seem fair. You're going to use up as much space as I am. Why do you get to be free?
Because I am.
What is it? Is it because of your height?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go.
I think it's kids under 5, and I'm under 5 because I'm 4. 4, 5.
There you go. That's actually the truth. Well, there's a UFO over here.
Dad, pretend you're getting sucked up in it.
Okay, go on you.
No.
Whoa! Welcome to planet Earth. Greetings, alien.
Strangers from an
Ooh,
outside
we're strangers
world.
from an outside world.